Hello YouTube, today I'm here to film a full face of makeup with every product being under £5. I was challenged to do this by my housemate who hates spending money on anything, so I was just like, I'm gonna do this. Some of the products I already owned, some of the products I had to go out and buy, but I'm really happy I tried this just because I think it shows that you don't really have to spend that much money to, you know, look good. Obviously sometimes it's good to invest in something, so even though I'm using like a really cheap foundation in this video, I would like to say that I believe in something such as your base product, so like foundation or powder, you should really invest because, you know, flawless base is, I think, the basics. Like, it's the base. It is the core to a beautiful makeup look. And also obviously you're putting it on your skin, so you don't want it to have any like sheet things in it and parabens and stuff. So maybe think about that when you're purchasing your foundation. But apart from that, I do believe there's some products you don't have to really splurge on. Cat! Sorry. I get distracted by cats. I'm sorry if I'm not that energetic in this video. I am like super ill. I'm literally dying. So, you know, please be patient with me and love me anyways. So this is the look that I created, and if you want to see how I created this look with every product being under £5, then keep on watching. So for my base, I'll be using the Nivea Post Shave Balm, the sensitive one, because obviously everyone's been raving about it, so that's what I'm going to be using. I lost my lid, so mine's like a little bit dried out, but it's alright. Basically what you're meant to do with this is like rub it between your hands and then on your face and just rub it until it's tacky. Mine's tacky now, just like me. For my foundation, I'll be using the Collection Illuminating Touch foundation. This is the lightest shade they make, which is a shade for Porcelain, and it's like way too dark for me, but there was no other foundation I could find under £5 that would match me. So this is literally the lightest and the closest it gets to my skin. Last time I used the Beauty Blender, but I feel like I should really honour the £5 thing, so I'm using this like really cheap brush I got off eBay, which was part of a set that altogether cost like £4. I've already worn this foundation, so I know that it lasts pretty well, even though it's really not my shade and I really don't like it because it's way too orange. I think it lasts pretty well. Last time I wore it all day, and I've been out, I went shopping, and I literally wore it from like 9 AM till like 10, and it was completely alright. So I'm quite surprised with the quality. But again, the shade selection is like really shit. But if you're lucky enough to be one of these shades, then, you know, and you don't want to spend too much money on a foundation, then go for it. Okay, that's my foundation applied. Next I'm going to use a concealer. This is the Collection Lasting Perfection concealer. Mine's in the shade Fair, and even though it's in the shade Fair, it's really not fair enough for me. So I'm just going to put like places where I need a little bit more coverage. I usually use this one on like blemishes or spots that I need to conceal rather than under my eyes because it's too dark for me. It's not too dark for me, but I prefer to go lighter under my eyes. And then just take a little bit of the foundation I had left over on my hand, and I'm just going to blend in the concealer. Now this concealer is very high coverage, so you just have to make sure you blend it in properly. You don't have just like this concealer is very high coverage, so you have to make sure that you blend it up properly so that you don't just have like patches of high coverage in your face. Also, as you can see, I'm blending my foundation to my neck because when foundation doesn't match you, you have to double make sure that it's blended in properly. And now under my eyes, I'm going to be using the 17 Stay Up to 18 Hour concealer. It's this one. And this is going to look even better on me today because my foundation is so dark. But basically what made me pick this concealer is that it's in the shade Extra Fair. And I was looking for something that would be a highlighting shade even on my skin. I've mentioned this in my favourites, so that's what I'm going to be using today. And I'm just going to blend it in with my fingers. If you don't want to put your concealer on your eyelids and you really struggle with the eyeshadow creasing, then I recommend the Maybelline Colour Tattoo in the shade Creme de Nude, which is like a skin tone colour. and it dries completely dry and it's waterproof, so you can put that on your eyelids, and if you only use a tiny bit, it really does not crease. Next, I'm going to set my foundation. I'm going to go with the good old Stay Matte powder. Stay Matte. Stay Raw. But also alternatives. This is $3.99, which I think is ridiculously cheap considering what amazing powder it is. But you can also try the Natural Collection, which is $2.99, or this collection Sheer Loose powder, which is $1.99. I personally don't really like these because they're way too dark for me. They say they're in the shade Translucent, but they really are not. Like, they're way too dark. But again, if you are a little bit darker than me, then you may like these. And to apply my powder, I'll be using my good old e.l.f. brush that I have been in love with since I was like literally a teenager. So that's my base done. And next I'm going to do my contouring, blush and all that. I would normally recommend using my Beauty UK bronzing powder, but because I am looking quite orange today and I want to use something that's really affordable, I'll be using this Makeup Revolution palette or trio of products. It's got like a bronzing or contouring powder in it, and then a highlighter, and then a blush. Okay, I'll take another one of my like shitty bow brushes and I'm just gonna contour my cheekbones. I would really normally recommend this to use it as a bronzer, but since I am so orange today, I think I can get away with using it as a contouring powder. I mean, it's not that orange, I think it's just that I really like really cool tone contouring powders. Next I'm going to use the blush in the palette, and I'm going to be using my e.l.f. stippling brush. I literally haven't used this since like 2005. Woo, that is pretty nice. That looks beautiful. This is like a pink coral colour with like a little bit of gold shimmer in it. I do think this looks really amazing. It just adds a really nice glow to the skin. And I don't really think I need it because this blush is quite like glowy, but I'm gonna put some highlighter on just because I want to, and I'll be literally using the same brush just because I can. For my brows, I'll be using the Maybelline Color Tattoo in the shade Permanent Taupe. I don't think this will surprise anyone because this is not like a product I'm using because of the challenge. Literally, I use this every day. That's my eyebrows done. So for my eye stay, I will be using this palette I got off eBay. I have been waiting for this to arrive for freaking ages. I ordered it literally like over a month ago, but it's finally arrived, so I thought I would give it a try on camera. I've actually already used it once because obviously I've already filmed this once, but I thought I would use it because it's just look really cheap. You can get some MUA or Makeup Revolution palettes, which are also under £5, but this is literally about £2 if you're willing to wait and you're like really poor, which, you know, before payday who isn't, then you can give this a try. I also like this palette because it has a lot of like cool tones, which is what I like. As previously mentioned, I'll be using some of the Maybelline Color Tattoo in the shade Crème de Nude. So I'll just lightly apply this onto my lid, because the thing is, the moment you apply too much, it actually creases. And I'm just taking a little bit of like translucent powder and just like patting it onto where my crease is, just because I don't want my transition colour to stick to it and just like stay stuck there. I just want to be able to blend it out really easily. Now I'll be taking one of my cheap ass eBay brushes, like a blending brush, and I'll be taking a little bit of like light cool tone colour, maybe this one. Tap off the excess and just putting that in my crease. Actually, I don't want it to be cool tone. I'm going to take a warm tone one, like this one, this orangey one. Now that I have very lightly placed that in my crease, I shall just carry on building up the colour. And I'll take like a little bit darker colour, I don't know which one yet, probably this one. And I'll just deepen up the crease. That's what we do here. I literally just want to create like a really neutral look. It's gonna look good with a nude lip. Now that I've created like a smoky brown like thing happening around my eyes, I'm gonna put some nice shimmer shade on my eyelids and highlight underneath my brow bone. For that I'll be using this really old MUA palette. It was the first, like literally one of the first products I bought when I moved to England, because I never even heard of MUA before, so I was like, oh my god, all excited. I didn't realise it was like a really cheap, not very good quality brand. Which I'm not saying it's not good quality, but it is considered one of the like really lower end brands. And I'm just taking one of the shimmery shades and putting it in my outer corner and then across the lid like so, and then I'm just gonna take some and put it under my brow bone and highlight that baby. That's my eyeshadow done, and next I'm gonna put some eyeliner on. Today I'll be using the Soap & Glory Supercat Long Black Liner. This is normally £6, but it's on sale for £5 now. In case this would be considered cheating, Collection does an eyeliner that's just like this. It's just like got a little bit thinner tip, and that one's £1.99. So, you know, use that if you don't want to buy this. I feel like it's really similar. Oh my god, do you sometimes get that when you're like watching it, like when you watch a show a lot and then you're like doing something when you can't be watching it? If you're like, you know, talking to someone, or if like you have to go to work and you're just like missing that time when you were home watching the show. I had that with Sabrina, the Teenage Witch, for like good 3 weeks, and now I have that with Keeping Up with Kardashians. I know it's really sad, but my eyeliner even? I don't know. I feel like it doesn't get any better than this. I'm just gonna leave it. I don't want to ruin it even more. I'm just gonna put my mascara on. I would normally curl my lashes before putting my mascara on, especially this one because this one's super shit, but I'm gonna be putting falsies on, so it doesn't really matter. And for the mascara I'll be using the Natural Collection Waterproof Mascara. I bought this because I heard like customers like raving about it. Not like raving, but they were like, yeah, it's really good, like for the price. I thought it'd be much worse, which it really is like pretty terrible. But if you're like starting out with makeup, or if your lashes are really long, then you probably don't care. I feel like there are worse mascaras that cost like much more. As I said, it's not like a terrible mascara, but it costs like £2, and like obviously it's not going to be as good as some of the really like high-end or even like drugstore L'Oreal ones. So now I'm just going to put some falsies on. While you're trying, I'm going to put my lipstick on. So apparently my camera decided to cut out, as it always does, which is like super annoying, so this is the second time I'm filming this thing, as once before like the whole middle of the footage was missing. Anyways, I thought I would come back because I saw that this part wasn't there, and tell you what lip products I'm using. So for my lip liner I used Rimmel Lasting Finish lip liner in the shade Cappuccino, and then I kind of blended this in with this iMagic lipstick that I got off eBay. It was like £1.61, and I'm going to talk in depth about products like this in my eBay finds video, which hopefully will be up next week. I'm just waiting for a few more things to arrive, and I just want to talk about some of the like great things I found, such as many of the eBay liquid lipsticks. Anyways, the final finished look. My nose is a little bit rubbed off because I had to blow my nose many times because I'm really ill. But I feel like this could be really helpful to anyone who doesn't want to spend much on makeup, or can't spend much on makeup, or is just interested in this thing because it's a challenge. So if anyone's interested in doing this challenge, you know, do it too. It's not actually a challenge, I'm not like creating anything, but you know, it was a challenge for me. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.